in good old Granger, Ohio. Yes, it is beautiful, to say the least, honestly. Last week it was freezing. God, I wouldn't, God, I wish I wouldn't be in this situation, but we're here. It's the Highland Hornets, a 3-1 team taking on the Stow-Munroe Falls Bulldogs in a Region 5 conference title game. You see the Hornets to my left. They are in a huddle right now. As we will pan it over to the score clock. We got 24 minutes and 24 seconds left until tonight's game. Now, this is a non-suburban conference affair. But we all know that by now. Tommy Maroon would be here by now, but he's feeling under the weather, which absolutely sucks. But that's okay, because he still got me. So, this should be a fun one. No doubt about it. Hello, friends from near the broadcast booth. I'm Logan here from Firearm Chief 101 and Highland Sports Network, reminding you to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, bell icon. Oh boy, we got a big one here tonight as the Highland Hornets take on the Stow-Munroe Falls Bulldogs in boys lacrosse. The girls lacrosse game is at Stow. Of course, I only come to home games and maybe some away games that are under 30 minutes, but you know how the story goes. Junior Varsity, they've won 11-4 against the JV Bulldogs in a last-second thriller, which gave them the win as expected. Can the boys dominate and get a 2-game sweep over the Bulldogs? We'll have to see. The last time we were here, the baseball team lost against Revere 2-0 with a Chase Clifford no-hitter. So that is something to note. Now, you might wonder who the starting lineups are going to be today. Well, let me tell you. For Stowe, they're head coached by Brian DeRico, assisted by Christian Schmidt, William Lutic, Tom Sinning, and Max Ford. Their starting is number 1, Parker Hurst, number 3, Benjamin Thompson, number 5, Gavin Schneider, number 6, Jackson Miller, number 7, Lucas Hammonds, number 9, Cooper Madden, number 11, Lexon Watts, number 18, Henry Wisniewski, and number 64, Nick Gallagher. Those are the starting lineups for the Stow-Munroe Falls Bulldogs. Now to my left, the Highland Hornets. Starting lineup, they are head coach. Their head coach is, of course, Coach Nate Howard, also known as Mr. Howard. He's the best that he could be. A speed strength teacher at Highland High School. He's always the best coach for the Hornets. Now, who is his starting lineup, you may ask? We got him for you. It's number 2, Henry Trash, number 5, Justin Weaver, number 6, Oliver Shore, number 7, John Tansky, number 8, Eli Howard, number 9, Josh Messina, number 10, Josh DeSimon, he's our goalie today, number 11, Tommy Fern, number 13, Ryan Thompson, number 17, Matt Merher, and number 24, the new starter, in Hunter Hollop. He was once a junior varsity member squad, but today he's working as a varsity starter. Good golly. We got 20 and a half minutes to go until our regular season game starts. So this should be a fun one. The girls lacrosse game is at once again is at Stow High School. So unfortunately, I can't make it to that. The softball game is Friday, and baseball is also Thursday and Friday. Yeah, because of the weather last Friday, I was not able to do a softball game because it was raining like heck. I'm not going to get into more details on that, but what I can tell you this, it was pouring. Did you see the captains out in front shaking hands? Stowe's going to go right to left, first and third. Highland's going to go left to right, first and third, and it's going to switch. Highland second and third. Highland second and fourth, right to left. Stowe left to right, second and fourth. We got 19 minutes and 20 seconds left. And this broadcast game of affair. Now we will. Now I didn't get to all the coaching staff. Coach Howard, he is assisted by Coach Andrew Spiker, Ivan Baker, Mike Wiseman, and Nate Moss. That's the coaching staff of both and their starting lineups. We got 18 minutes and 40 seconds left of this beautiful Highland High School game. I heard the temperature is going to be in the 80s. I would not blame you. I would not blame you. What I don't blame you for is the fact that this most likely will be probably a good game here, to say the least. Fans are filing in towards the left side of, of the entrance, the home entrance, of course, where the Hornet side is, as always. But this should be a fun one. And I do mean a fun one, in fact, as both schools who have a loss in their column can hopefully push another loss for opponents. Now, if I was Coach Howard, I would tell them this: don't don't be the guys that want to take names. Be the people that want to score. And so hopefully that will be the case here tonight. We got 17 minutes and 10 seconds left. The sun is starting to set here in Northeast Ohio. So that'll be interesting. Guardians lost to the Braves 13-1 at Sunday Night Baseball on Peacock. I was not happy of that score. But what I do know is that the Guardians did come back fresher, better than ever. They beat St. Louis 9-3. So they have a game today. So the Guardians have a game today against St. Louis again. We'll see the outcome here today. We'll definitely see the outcome. Of course, we wouldn't be here if it weren't for our good people here at North Gateway Tire Field. Yes, the setting of tonight's game, home of Highlands track, soccer, rugby, you name it. We got 16 minutes left. The score bug is acting up, which that's okay. But but yeah, oop, hold on. Hopefully you guys can see me. My phone had some crazy issues, but we should be good. JV, once again, JV did win 11-4 on that last second play. I decided, why not have a good day than to be out here? So this should be a fun one. And if you're wondering who, yeah, we don't know who our goalie will be, but for varsity, they have only two seniors, and Josh Fota and Nick Gallagher. Whereas Highland, we've got a bunch of seniors. Now the last time, well, that was bad. The last time these two guys played, Highland and Stowe, it was senior night. I was at Barberton. No, I was at the softball field. Tommy was doing HLS media. So, yeah, weather should be in the late 70s, in the high 70s, or early 80s. But that's not to say that this should be a fun one. Highland 3-1. Stowe, I believe, is either 2-1 or 3-1, both having a win in the conference. I know Highland has a win in their conference. I don't know about Stowe. I think they have one loss in their conference, but that could be me. As we got over 13 minutes and 10 seconds left, we'll pan it over once again to the scoreboard. If you see it right there, Highland and Stowe getting some good work. Even though the thing says that we have 5 timeouts left, we actually don't, and we actually have 3. So, yeah. Fans still making their way onto the stands. Stowe, if I have not mentioned, Stowe is a member of the National Conference for the Suburban League, who will be transferring to the American Conference. Highland, a member of the American Conference, will be transferring over to the National Conference. And wouldn't you believe this? 130 days. No, I don't know. I could be misleading, but we have 130 days left until week 1, right here on this very stage, known as North Gateway Tire Field, for the biggest game of the 2026-2027 high school football game. That's right, week 1, Highland, Walsh Jesuit, right here on this very homestand. I heard we're gonna sell this place out. I heard from someone that we are getting a sellout. And I'm talking a sellout over there, sorry where my finger is, a sellout over here, and a sellout over here. 5,000 plus people most likely will come to North Gateway Tire Field and witness the biggest game in the 2026-27 season. Good Lord. I pray to you that we get featured. As you hear, hopefully, if my headphones are, if you can hear from my headphones, that's Sandstorm, the best music known to mankind. As of course, Sandstorm, the best known to the country. We've got 10 minutes and 5 seconds left till tonight's game. The lights are on and they are bright here at North Gateway Tire Field. Now, who will win? I don't know. What I'm hoping for is a Highland dub so we can knock out the Bulldogs and say, Bulldogs? More like Bulldogs. Now, we will turn the camera back once again to face my side again. Boogie Kane here from North Gateway Tire Field next to the broadcast booth. As hopefully this should be a fun one. Now I heard again from a rumor that times like this are going to be a good one. How good are they going to be? I don't know. But will the fans down there know that Highland could potentially win? Could potentially win a game? Now I'm not. Now I'm going to knock on some wood, but I'm also going to knock on my noggin. That's what Tommy always does. The next time you see me on a broadcast booth, it'll be Highland against Notre Dame Cathedral Latin in a Crown Conference versus Suburban League American Conference. I can't wait for that. What I am excited about is the game that's going on in front of us. 8:23 left to go in the pregame. I to me, I think there's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of crazy stuff. But can it happen? But can this actually happen? We'll see. We'll see on that. We got 8 minutes left until the game begins. Once again, your starting lineup for you guys that are new to this or have not watched my broadcasts. For Stowe, for Highland, it's going to be Henry Trout, Justin Weaver, Oliver Shore, John Tansky, Eli Howard, Josh Messina, Josh Simon, Ryan Thompson, and Hunter Hollop. For Highland, and again, they are head coach by Nate Howard, Andrew Spiker, Ivan Baker, Mike Wiseman, and Nate Mast. For the Stow-Munroe Falls Bulldogs, it's Parker Hurst, Ben Thompson, Gavin Schneider, Jackson Miller, Lucas Hammonds, Cooper Matt, and Lexon Watts, Henry Wisniewski, and Nick Gallagher. Their head coach is again Brian Dorenko. He is assisted by Christian Schmidt, William Lutek, and Tom Sinning. We've got 6 minutes and 30 seconds left. As you can kind of see right there and then. So this will be a fun one. Now again, I don't know who's gonna win it. Hopefully Highland, but I'm gonna knock on some wood on my noggin. So yeah, we will. All right, we'll get some words from our PA announcer Tommy Fern, not Tommy Maroon, who does broadcasting at Legacy Field. Tommy Fern, who is the father of Mr. Fern, who is the PA announcer for Tommy Fern and Jason Fern, who we will see in just a bit. So I will pan over here to see that the Highland Hornets are gonna take the We're gonna have one last look. Stowe also in the huddles. So we'll back this up to about right here. And we'll listen in. We'll listen in to Mr. Fern. And now the starting lineup, so let's listen in. Alrighty. 48 minutes. 48 minutes till we decide a winner. It's as simple as it gets. Highland left to right for first and third. Stow-Munroe Falls first and third, right to left. See both goalies heading out to their respective goals, to the respective nets. Teams are ready to go. It's going to be number 8 for Highland, Eli Howard, and number 41, Logan Shawn. Doing the face-off for the Hornets. So here we go. Hornets, Bulldogs, opening face-off, won by the Bulldogs. Good to have you here. Good to have you here, boy. Logan Kane here. Your play-by-play announcer. We're underway. It's number 17, Matt Bohar, over to number 2, Henry Trash. Trash back to number 44, Brady Mast. And Mast backs it up behind the 40-yard line. Played 30 seconds into the first quarter. Mast at the 42-yard line. Mast finds Ryan Thompson. Thompson back to Braden Mast. And he's going to attack. Mast shoveling across to the right side. Braden Mast finding Henry Trash. Trash over to Jonathan Tansky. Tansky back to Trash. Trash back finds Tansky. Tansky rolls around. Tansky over to number 12, Jason Fern, over to number 44, Braden Mast. Mast fires low and he scores! That's Beckett Mast on the score. It's 1-0. Courtesy of the Beckett Mast goal. We played a minute and 26 seconds, minute and 16 seconds in to the first quarter. And already speaking, it's 1-0 Highland. And so off and running, here we go. Won by the Hornets is Eli Howard. Howard racing across midfield. Howard is gonna double bounce pass down to Jonathan Tansky. Jonathan Tansky out to about the 25-yard line. Balls across. About the 30-yard line. Tansky. He's going to pass it over to number 12, Jason Friend, over to number 44, back at Mast. Mast over to Ryan Thompson. Thompson, long pass over to Jason Fair, number 12, the sophomore. Fair over to number 44, back at Mast. Mast across, inside the 30, he's going to spin around. Shovel pass, did he score? No, he did not. Gallagher with the save. And it's number 1, Parker Hurst. He's going to drive this one all the way down. Looking for the ball, and it's going to be high ball, and it's going to be number 10, it was going to be number 10, Josh to Simon, as he's going to long pass this one over to Jonathan Tansky. Tansky, no, and it's saved by Henry Trash. And it's going to long. This one was over to Thompson. Thompson back. It's over to Highland now. It's going to be Eli Howard. We played 3 minutes in. Eli Howard across inside the 40-yard line. We played 3 minutes of lacrosse. Howard Howard driving. Howard fires low. And it's gonna knock this one out of bounds. Jonathan Tansky's gonna have it for the Hornets. 8:30 left to go. And so Jonathan Tansky's gonna find number 8, Eli Howard. Howard rolls across. Howard, trash. Thompson, low ball scores. Ryan Thompson on the goal with the assist from Jonathan Tansky. And we are talking 2-0 Hornets. Holy moly. Opening faceoff around the 50-yard line is going to be won by the Hornets. No, Bulldogs. At 17, Daniel Trago. Trago over to number 7, Lucas Hammonds. Hammonds over to number 1, Parker Hurst. Hurst is going to drive. Hurst is going to find, I think that's number 6, Jackson Miller. And so Miller's going to pass this one back. Miller back. He's going to find number 7 as my... And this one is going to be number 20, James Lukey. And Lucas Hammonds on the shot. It's saved. And it's going to be number 5 over to number 12, Jason Fern. Fern over to Ryan Thompson. He shoots. It goes wide and out of bounds. Hornet ball. 7:07 left to go. So Jason Fern comes back in for the Hornets. Jonathan Tansky has it. He's going to fight Beckett Math back to over to number 22. And Caleb Lever. Leave it to Fern to Thompson in the trash. Trash loses it. It's picked up by Jonathan Tansky. Tansky over to Caleb Lever. Lever driving. He's going to go to the left side. Lever out to the 5. Over to Henry Troush. Troush. Jason Fern goes out of play, and it's going to be Hornet ball. Pardon me, no, that's going to be Bulldogs ball, and it's going to be Daniel Trago, the senior. He's going to pass this one over to number 64, Nick Gallagher. And so Gallagher is going to find number 1, Parker Hurst. Hurst is going to pass this one over to number 6, Jackson Miller, who's going to find number 18, Henry Wisniewski. And Wisniewski's going to drive. No penalty flag still. We got 5 minutes and 47 seconds left. And a whistle is called, and it's going to be... I don't know if that's a penalty or not. If it is, it's on the Hornets. No, it's going to be a free draw with the Bulldogs' possession. And so it's going to be number 31, Jacob Markinnick. Markinnick over to number 7, Lucas Hammonds. Hammonds over to, I think that's number 20, James Lukey. Lukey over to number 7, back to Lucas Hammonds. Over to Parker Hurst. Hurst bounce pass this one back. And it's still going to be Bulldogs ball, and it's going to be number 20, James Lukey. Lukey over to Henry Wisniewski. Chop block by number 11 by Tommy Fenn. Still going to keep going. There's 5 minutes left. We played 7 minutes of lacrosse in the first period. Long pass to, and it's stolen by number 24, Hunter Hollab. He's going to get some minutes of varsity time. And then he loses it, and it's going to be Bulldogs ball. Down low, and it's back. And it's going to go all the way back out of bounds. Still Bulldogs ball. There's 4:31 left to play in the first. Then the Hornets lead 2-0 as the shot goes wide and out of play. Josh Simon has it. He's the goalie. He's going to find number 24, Hunter Hollop. He's going to long pass this one over to Beckett Mast. And Mast over to John Tansky, back to Beckett Mast, over to Eli Howard. Howard back behind the 35-yard line. Eli Howard is going to find number 12, Jason Ferd. Jason Ferd is going to find number 2, Henry Troush. Troush over to Tansky. Tansky over to Beckett Mast. Mast back to Eli Howard. Howard with 3:38 to go. Howard over to Tansky. He's going to boot this one wide. Still in bounds, and now it's going to be out of bounds. Bulldogs ball, and it's going to be number 9, Cooper Madden. 3.5 to go. Blockett goes over to Tansky, over to Thompson, and there's a penalty on the play. And it's going to be against the Bulldogs unless the Hornets score. Tansky, Troush, low blocker, they score! And it's Henry Trout. And they're going to wave off the penalty. 2:56 left in the first. Hornets lead with a triple, 3-0. Now the refs are gonna talk about this, but this is going to be a good goal by the Hornets. This is a good goal by the Hornets, as indeed it's 3-0. Sean wins the face-off for the Bulldogs. It's going to be number 3, Ben Thompson. Thompson over to Matt Merhart. It's going to be out of the shore, and it's going to be back to with a stick blow. No penalty on the play as Merhart has it. He's going to find Oliver Shore, and down he goes. Thompson, Tansky, no, that's Stroud, he scores! Ryan Thompson on the assist. Ryan Thompson over shore with the assist on Henry Trout goal, and a timeout by the Bulldogs. Wow! This has been some crazy stuff you didn't see here. We are talking 4-0 Highland. Good Lord! Ball take. A timeout was called on the Bulldogs. So we're gonna head down to field level and get the rest of the game from here. We'll give you all the stats and everything along the way as well. You see over there, the Hornets lead 4-0. With 2:25 left to go. It's been all Highland in the first. Can this run continue? How you guys doing today? Good. It's good to see you guys. 2:25 left in the first. The Hornets lead 4-0. As the Bulldogs are gonna win. Now wins it for the Hornets. It's gonna be Howard now. Looking across, there's 2:08 left. How are you guys? Good. As there is 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter, with again the Hornets leading 4-0. I'm trying to do my best here to get everything situated here. There's 147 left. Jason Fern for the Hornets. And there's 138 left. That's Howard. It's going to be to Jason Fern. Fern with 90 seconds left. And it's going to go over to Jonathan Tansky. Tansky over to Henry Trow. Trow. Rolling across. Trow to Mast. Mast back. He's going to give it to Ryan Thompson, who scores! Ryan Thompson! And we are talking 5-0. We'll take our spot here as we are talking 5-0 Highland now. And so it's going to be won by the Hornets. It's going to be Eli Howard. Howard with a minute. He's going to find Ryan Thompson. Thompson over to Henry Trow. Trow working across. 5:44 back in Mass. Mass with 40 seconds left. Mass rolls across around. He's going to work it behind the goal. Mass backfires and scores. There's the second one for Becky Mass. It's 6-0. And we're talking 6-0. Holy mother of the almighty, what a game for the Hornets. You can see the scoreboard right there. It's 6-0 in favor of the Hornets. Eli Howard wins the tip again for the Hornets. He's got a long pass to one, and Tennessee scores! It's a hat trick for Henry Trow. It's a hat trick for Henry Trow with the assist of Eli Howard, and it's 7-0. Holy moly, this is a great game so far. As the new midfielder for the Hornets, it's going to be, I think, number 9, Josh Messina. No, it's number 1, Ryan Zahir. And the Hornets win, and it's going to be the Bulldogs who win the draw. 17, that's Daniel Traeger. Traeger is intercepted by Hunter Hollop. There's 5 seconds left. And the whistle is blown with 3 seconds left in the first quarter. Gonna be Hornet ball with 3 seconds left. He's gonna airmail this one. And the whistle and the horn sounds, and that ends the first. Hornets 7, Bulldogs, nothing. As we have a 2-minute intermission break. So there is a 2-minute intermission for every single quarter. The Hornets lead 7-0 with one timeout going to the Bulldogs. And Henry Trout with a hat trick of the century. Oh, good. Oh, ye gosh. What a turn of events here for the Hornets. This was just like, I could be misleading, but this was just like the game on senior night. Both teams huddling as they should. The rest are huddling up as well. It was Tansky with 3. Mass with 2. I think it was, who else was it? I think Tommy had 1 and someone else had 1. As the Bulldogs and their huddle, so does the Hornets. And so here we go. Magical ride we see it here for Hornet fans. Sad way to go if you are Bulldogs fans. It's going to be Eli Howard who's going to take the tip for the Hornets. Or maybe it's Ryan here. I don't know. And it's going to be Eli Howard, who earlier against Kai Roosevelt had that groin injury. He's back to running as we're underway in the second quarter. Fighting for the ball is loose. It's going to be Bulldogs ball with Ryan Hurst having it. Hurst wide shot and it goes out of bounds. Bulldog ball. I think that's what it's saying. Yeah, it's going to be Bulldog ball. And 16 seconds have been into the game. So here we go. That's number 20, James Lukey. Now, Lukey, long shot is going to find number 7, or maybe not, as Ryan Tahir will have it for the Hornets. He's going to take it to himself. But does he take it to himself? He's going to take it to Henry Trout. He's got 3 so far. Shot down low. That was number 15. Big boys. It goes out of play, and it's going to be Hornet ball. Jonathan Tansky for the Hornets now. He's going to find number 44, Beckett Mast. Mast with over a minute in. Mast. Over to Ryan Thompson. Thompson. Over to Trout. Trout, who has 3 so far. That's Mast now. Mast over to Tansky. Jonathan Tansky with 10:40 to go. Tansky to Trout. Trout is going to find number 13 and number 12, Jason Fern. Low shot. I think that was Henry Trout. Is going to find one to Jason Fern. He's going to find number 44, Beckett Mast. 10 minutes and 10 seconds left. Third back. He's going to find number 2, Henry Trout. Trout high ball is going to find Tansky over to Beckett Mast. Mast over to Thompson. Thompson with a low shot out of play, and it'll be Hornet ball. Here we go. John Tansky now has it for the Hornets. Over to Becca Mast. Over to Jason Byrne. Over to Caleb Levin. Over to Henry Child. Back to Jonathan Tansky. Tansky. Over to Mast. Mast. High ball shot and saved by Gallagher. It's going to go over to Henry Trow with 9:26 left. Trow. Over to Jason Fern. He's going to low ball this one. He's going to keep it for himself. 9:14 left to go in the second quarter. Jason Fern now has it. Goes wide and out of play. Henry Trow has it. Shot to Thompson. Pass to Thompson. Thompson. Low ball shot is going to give it up to Henry Trow. Trow to Tansky. Tansky to Fern. Fern to Mass. Fern to Thompson. Low ball shot saved by Gallagher. Gonna be a high ball shot. It's gonna be the number one, Parker Hurst. Hurst driving. He's gonna find, I think that's number 7, Lucas Hammonds. Hammonds over to number 18, Henry Wisniewski. Wisniewski over to Hammonds. Hammonds almost out of play. It's gonna be to number 20, James Lukey. I think that's number low ball. And it's going to be 31, Jacob McKinnick. It's going to be Hornet ball. Here's Beckett Mass. Mass over to Thompson. Thompson to Trow. Trow scores. There's number 4 for Trow. There's a nothing Highland. Eli Howard and Logan Shaw for the face-off for the Hornets. As we're talking 8-0 is our score for the Hornets. We're definitely going to have a running clock here shortly as the Hornets won the face-off. It's going to be number 6 on the shore. Over to Hunter Hollab. Hollab going to be number 8, Eli Howard. Howard driving. Howard with 7:25. And so it's going to be number 22, Caleb Lever with 7:10. Thompson back to Trow over to Tansky. Tansky over to Howard. Howard to Mast. Over to Thompson, over to Trow. Trow over to Tansky. He's going to lose it. He still recovers it. Tansky in the end zone spot. Tansky over to Trow. Trow gonna lose it. It's gonna be number 3, Ben Thompson. Thompson. Go short past this one to number 41, Logan Shaw. Finds it back to the right side. It's gonna be number 17, Daniel Traeger. And Traeger now has it. Low ball. Still Bulldogs ball, 6:07 to play. Back to the right side it goes. 6 minutes left. Halfway in. Airbear passes one to Traeger, and it goes out to play. Bulldogs ball with 5:54 to play in the second quarter. Low ball is going to be Lucas Hammonds now. Hammonds to Wisniewski. How we doing? Good to hear. 5:40 left. Down low, they score. And the Bulldogs will not be shut out. It's going to be Henry Wisnowski on the goal, but it won't matter. But they are down by 7, as much as 7, as the Hornets lead 8-1. We'll talk to a couple of key players. We'll talk to a couple of key guys. It's not good, but it will still get the job done. 8-1 is our score. The Hornets lead by 7 with 5:40 to go in the second quarter. It's going to be Eli Howard who wins the face-off. Howard, short ball pass to Jonathan Tansky. Tansky going to hold it back across the 40-yard line. Tansky, short balling. Low ball. Tansky still has it. No penalty still. Tansky still has it. 5 minutes left to go. Tansky to Thompson now. Timeout on the Hornets with 4:55. Both teams have one timeout remaining. But now it's been a high scoring affair. The 6. That could be the difference maker in tonight's game. We'll have to see on that. Not a decent crowd here for the Hornets and for the Bulldogs. So Rocco, with the Hornets ahead 8-1, what is your hopes for the squad in the next 4 minutes and 55 in the next 28 minutes and 55 seconds? Henry has 4 goals, but do you think it's enough? Wow. So you're believing yourself Henry's going to get 10? Well, we'll have to see if the Hornets and the Bulldogs come out of timeout. You're welcome, Tom. You're welcome, Rocco. 4 minutes and 55 seconds left of the second quarter. It's going to be Eli Howard. Revs whistle. So here we go. Howard rolling across. Howard rolls across the right side. Howard over to Beckett Mass. Mass over to Jonathan Tansky. Tansky to Henry Trout. Trout over to Thompson. Over to Howard. He's going to find Thompson. Over to Howard. Back to Tansky. Tansky inside the 10. Over the Trout inside the end zone. Tansky. Low ball. No. No penalty flag still with 4 minutes left to go. Hornets have it with Caleb leaving with Caleb leaving the possession over to Eli Howard. Gonna give it off to Jonathan Tansky over to Beckett Mass. Beckett Mass to Henry Charles, saved by Gallagher. There's 3:33 to go here in the second quarter. Hornets ahead by 7. It's a right side pass that goes out of play with 3:22 to go. 3:20 left to go in the second quarter. Now the Hornets lead 8-1. Back across to the right side. Back across to the right side. It's going to be number 20. Over to number 7 now. Lucas Hammonds. Hammonds is going to push that one out of play. Hornet ball with number 11. With number 11, Tommy Fern. Fern across. He's going to find the right side as Thompson now. And Oliver will be subbed out. It's going to be number 44 back at Mast. Mast with 230. It's going to be Eli Howard now with the Henry Trout. Henry Trout to Jonathan Tansky. Clear shot, and goes one. Bulldogs ball, 2:10 left to go in the second quarter. It's going to be 31. It's going to be 31. Jacob Markenik loses it. It's going to be number 18 with a penalty flag down on the play. Long pass to the right side. Short to the left. Rolls across to Wisniewski. Over to Hurst. Over to Miller. And it's going to be Hunter Hollip who has it, but a penalty is called. Let's see the penalty. It's going to be on, I think that's, it's going to be on the Hornet power play, number 44, Beckett Mast. And it's a timeout on the Bulldogs. With a minute 44 to go in the ball game and into the second quarter. It's been a showboating ride for the Hornets. All Highland an 8-1. But will that be enough to secure a win? But what we do know, and with 26, and with 25-24, there will be some time for a winner. Both teams heading out of the down the Hornets lead 8-1. As the timeout will end with the minute 20 with the minute 24. Highland still on the power play. So here we go. Ball back to the right side. This is Hammonds. Hammonds back to Miller over to Hammonds. Hammonds over to number 11, Lexon Watts. Watts is stolen away by number 11, Tommy Fern. Fern's going to give it off to number 13, Ryan Thompson. Thompson, a Trout, is saved by Gallagher. The penalty's out. A lot of guys come in from both teams. There's 40 seconds left. Roll back to the right side. 35 seconds left. Marcinic now has it. He's going to give off to Parker Hurst. Over to Hammond now. 20 seconds left towards the halftime. So Hornets lead 8-1. Out of play. Hornet ball, there's 10 seconds left. You got to throw a long shot to even get a chance of scoring. Hollop is going to give it off to Parker Hurst with 3. They got to give it off. Paused. Saved by Josh the Simon. And that is halftime. Shot would have counted anyway. It would have counted anyways. But but the Hornets lead 8-1 as it goes out into the respective locker rooms. We'll get some words here. How's it going, Annie? We'll get some words for a couple of people. Sophia, how are you doing today? Good. First time here for lacrosse? That's good to hear. What are your hopes in the next 40 minutes in the next 4 minutes left to play and a half? Hon- honestly, I agree. The Hornets better win. Because even though we are ahead by 7, it doesn't mean anything. Yeah. 20. There's a lot to be said here. But these next 24 minutes could decide literally everything. As once again, the Hornets lead 8-1. Again with 24 minutes left in the second half. It was Henry Travis, the lead scorer for the Hornets. He has 3 and basically a lot more. We'll talk to a couple of people from the sides for hopefully a must-win game. Ethan, what are your thoughts on the first half of lacrosse? You're thinking that you're a bit too confident. I would disagree. I would disagree on that because it was all Highland in the first quarter and still all Highland throughout the second quarter. If I was Highland right now, what would you do? If you were Highland right now and trying to score, what would be your tactics in the second half? Yeah. Yeah. Peter, what are your thoughts on the first half? Anything misleading or probably not? Nick, what about you? First half thoughts? Yeah, we've only pushed them to 1 goal so far, but will that be the difference maker? Yeah. Uh, 6 minutes and 20 seconds left of the second half, with the Hornets leading 8-1 in this affair. If I was still right, I'd pick up my rear end and I'd make sure they win. But again, that's just me. That's just me speaking. Carter, what were your thoughts on the first half of lacrosse? He's got 4 goals so far for the Hornets. But do you think that will be enough? Yeah. Now, last year during senior night, the Bulldogs came into Highland during senior night when a few members uh, were recognized. Do you think it will be the same outcome here in the second half? You think we're gonna win it 19-3 like we did in the second half, like we did last year? I mean, if that does happen where JV plays the fourth quarter, I'd be, you know, I'd be remiss, honestly, because last year I was at the softball field when Highland played Barberton. Of course, the Hornets won 7-4, but and the Bulldogs lost to the Hornets 19-3, which clinched us I think, a playoff spot for Region 5. I had no intentions of that. But do you have like any? But do you think the second half will be the one to remember? Alrighty. Do you think it's going to be the same outcome as what it was last year, 19-3, or do you think it's going to be much different? Well, at least last year it was 16 was the difference. But we'll see on that as the team enters from their locker room with a pretty strong lead so far in 8-1. Now, if this is football, here come the Hornets from the literally. So this is a pretty great game so far, but we'll see on the outcome of the second half. Coach, what were your thoughts on the first half? Exactly. Starting it like it's 0-0 is what the coach has said, meaning that the Hornets will do great. That's just from my perspective. That's just coming from my perspective. But we'll see in the second half if the Hornets can prevail from a 7-goal difference. I think it's going to be all Highland, but we don't know official. But we don't know about it much officially. Second half almost getting started to go. As you see, most of the players are still warming up from the first half of play. As Stowe was able to was giving up a spot. It was giving up an 8 spot in the first. So we'll see on the second half of play on whether or not everything is going to continue. Now, if I haven't said anything much about Tommy Maroon, well, here's your opportunity. Make sure you guys subscribe to Tommy Maroon. We are 29 days away. Someone give me a little math count on that. But I think we got 129 games left until week 1, known as August 21st. So we'll see on the rest of the outcome here As that time is slowly going to dwindle down, as we'll head back up from here. Both teams are out of the respective areas. And we'll take it from up here for the second half before we head down to the bottom for the fourth quarter. Up and running we go in the second half. It's going to be out of bounds on the Hornets. Still Hornet ball. Ryan Thompson now has it. Gives it off to Henry Trout, back to Ryan Thompson. Thompson high sticking. Flags it down. Tansky has it. Over to Jason Fern. Fern to leave the mass. Mass to Tansky. Tansky over to Thompson. Thompson to Trout. Trout high ball scores! Number 5 for Henry Trout. It's 9-1 Highland. Five goals for Henry Trout and the Hornet. They lead 9-1. Sean wins it for the Bulldogs. Sean over to Miller, back to Sean. Sean over to Masinik. It's knocked away by Eli Howard. And so Eli Howard. I believe that's over to Matt. It's over now to Jonathan Tansky. And Tansky over to Beckett Mast. Mast. 10:40 left to go. That's over to Jonathan Tansky. Tansky is going to give it off to Caleb Lever. Lever, long pass to Jason Fern. Fern at Henry Trout. Trout to Tansky. Tansky. High ball over to Trout. Trout. Thompson. Thompson to Fern. Fern to Thompson. Thompson to Trout. Does he got 6? He does! Oh my goodness! There's number 6 for Henry Trout. It's 10-1. I got you, Rocco. Eli wins the faceoff for the Hornets as he's giving it off to Jonathan Tansky. Tansky. Hornets need 2 more to start the running clock. Beckett Mass has it. Mass. That's over to Henry Trout. Henry Trout high pass it. Low ball. Tansky scores. Power check by Jonathan Tansky. 11-1. Oh my. Never thought an 11th spot would happen, but here we are. 11-1. Oh, yeah, gosh. Hornets wanted to face up. So here, Trow. No, that's Thompson. Thompson Nate Boyce. Boyce with 9:14. Boyce to the right side, finding Thompson over to Henry Trow. Trow with 6 so far. Mast. Mast to Tansky. Tansky to Trow. Trow high pass. Thompson scores! And it's a 12-1 ball game. One more to start the running clock. The sun is setting here in Northeast Ohio. And good reason, too. The Hornets have a 12 spot here as they win it here with Oliver Shore. And Shore is going to give it to Thompson. Thompson and Trout to Tansky, to Trout. Trout to two. He's going to give it out to number 2, Henry Trout. Trout. Long pass. I think that's number 44. Yeah, number 44, Beckett Nass. Over to number 22, Caleb Lever. Lever over to number 7, Jonathan Tansky over to Beckett Nass. Beckett Nass over to Jason Fern. Jason Fern over to Ryan Thompson. Thompson back to Fern. Over to Mast. Over to Tansky. Long pass over to Trow. Trow with a high ball. 8 minutes left. Bouncing it around. It's loose. Bulldogs have it as number 43. Hamza Durant. Low ball, and I think and a whistle is called. Highland has it. It's Matt Merhar. Merhar. He's going to give it to Jonathan Tansky. Tansky. Right ball pass to Beckett Mast. Beckett Mast over to Jonathan Tansky, over to Caleb Lever. Lever over to Thompson. Thompson to Henry Trow. Trow to Thompson. Over to Lever. Lever to Tansky. Start the running clock. With that 12th goal, the Hornets start the running clock. It's 13-1. And it's thanks to number 7, Jonathan Tansky. No need to sweat over this. Sean wins the faceoff for the Bulldogs. He's going to run it to the left side. Back across it goes. That'll be Lexington Watts. Watts over, and it's down. Hornet, and it's going to be Hornet ball as Matt Merha is going to take it for himself. Matt Merha. Long pass over to Henry Chow. He's going to keep it for himself. 5:45 to go. Henry Trow. Over to Ryan Thompson. He's going to give it off to number 14 for the Hornets. That's Wyatt Linger. And was that Jonathan Tansky? I don't know who would have scored the 14th, but it would have been a close one. Hornets ahead 13-1. Left side pass. Tansky has it. Over to Beck and Mast. Mast. Over to Lever. Lever to Mast. Mast. Spinning. Is it saved? I think it was. And so the Bulldogs are going to take control of it. And the Bulldogs are going to take control. And so, who has it? I think it's Lucas Hammonds. Hammonds, number 7. Backpedaling. Rolls to the left side. Saved by Tommy Fern. Fern. Over to Ryan Thompson. Thompson. Rolls to the right side. There's 4 minutes left. 16 minutes left to go in the play. Henry Trow has it. Henry Trow. 3:50 left. Trow. It's going to find Eli Howard. Over to Jason Fern. Back to the right side it goes. There's Ryan Thompson. Thompson high nails it. And out of play. 3:20 to go. Clock is still running. They go back to the right side. Howard, high mail, Thompson, Trow. Need some heavy business. Thompson scores! 14-1. Timeout. Stow. Holy moly. 14-1. Holy cow almighty. You talk the big game, you got the big game. Hopefully you guys can hear me now. The headset does come off in a 14-1 affair. Oh, ye gosh. What a ball game it has been. And I mean a great ball game, honestly. You talk you talk about Henry Trow, who had a heck of a game, 2 points of absolute greatness. And so Highland has the ball. That's Justin Weaver. Rolls back to the right side it goes. 2:40 left to play. There's 2:33 to go. The sun is still setting on this afternoon night of affairs. Right side pass it. Caleb Lever has it. And so Caleb Lever finding right side. He's going to give it off to Henry Trow with 2:10 left. Low ball. Right side. Off. That's Henry Trow. Low ball. They score! Caleb Lever And we are talking 15-1 Highland. That'll get the crowd on their feet. That'll get the crowd rolling. Holy mackerel. It's 15-1 Highland with a minute left because that clock is gonna keep on going and going because of that 12. It's because of that 12 goal difference. Howard's gonna win it for the Hornets. Right side pass it goes. It's gonna be Jonathan Tansky with 30. Jonathan Tansky to Caleb Lever. Caleb Lever over to Henry Trout. Trout to the right side. He's going to find number 8, Eli Howard. Howard now over to Jonathan Tansky. Tansky over to Howard. Howard with a low ball. And it's Trigo who has it. There's 10 seconds left. They got to play for the final shot. Trigo. Hammonds. High shot is saved by the Simon. That'll end the third.
That's the end of the third quarter. Highland Hornets 15, stow 1.
It's 15-1. We put 7 unanswered in the third quarter. Goal scored by the quarter. Highland had 6 in the first, 2 in the second, and now 7 in the third. So 12 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Highland ahead in a very fashion. 15-1. So 12 minutes left to play. So here we go, the fourth quarter on the way, and the Hornets win the face-off. That's Oliver Shore. Me for a second here. That scared me for a sec, but I'm all right. Highland has it. It's going to be number 12, 22, Caleb Lever. He's going to shoot this one wide out of play. And number 34, it's going to be number 43. Long mail pass this one over to number 44, the new goalie for the Hornets. Passes this one right side. And it's going to be a JV duel with some varsity numbers. Parker Hurst has it for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs with 10:48. Long pass. It's going to be Caleb Lever. Camden Steinman's low ball pass. to Murkish. And Wyatt Langer with a shot that goes saved. And so most of the varsity members are off. Back to the left side it goes. It's Nate Boyce. 10 minutes left to go. And it's number 16, Liam Kildu now. Kildu, clock's still running. Backpedaling to number 17, Daniel Trigo. 9:27 to go. Backpedaling to the right side they go. Fires low, saved by Josh DeSimon. That goes out of, and it will go out of play. Now, so it's still going to be hornet ball, the high ball toss. Josh DeSimon is going to airmail this one over to number 15, Nathan Boyce. We played 3 minutes now. We've got 8:58 to go. Nate Boyce, long pass. Out of bounds. Head tap from an official. Will be out of play. And so the Bulldogs have possession now. It's number 47, Mansion. 8:26 to go. Highland ahead 15-1 and a 2-touchdown and 2-touchdown PAT score. Linger, high ball pass to Murkish. Murkish, low shot, they score! And it's Logan Murkish on the score, and it's 16-1. Good golly, oh Lord. Okay. Pandemonium. So here we go. There's no need to sweat about it here. The Hornets do win. Knock on wood, knock on my brain, knock on everything. Right side pass they go. Over to the right. Low ball shot. Save made. 7:05 to play. Back across. Highland still in the possession. They go to the left side. They go high ball pass. That goes wide with a Hornet ball. It's Caleb Lever. And it's going to be number 21, Logan Murkish. Murkish now. He's going to high ball pass. Pulls it to the right side. Santa goes to the right side. 6:23 to go. Shore has it. Oliver Shore. Back to the right side. Oliver Shore. Back to the left side. Murkish has it, and it stays on the left side. Out of that Vinny will be subbing in just a few moments. Long ball pass over to number 1. Parker breakaway. Parker. And it's saved. Highland has it. There's 5:35 left to go. Oliver Shore. Short. Lever. Block things. Pass. on, and now the sophomore Vinny will come into play. Keegan, what are your thoughts here on the fourth quarter?
Amazing.
Do you think it'll still be Highland's favorite to win it all?
Obviously. It's 16-1.
No, well, yeah. 15 goal difference for the Hornets. The only score was on number 18 of Stowe. But do you think that's the difference maker?
No way.
You think?
I don't think so.
We'll see. Now, I heard a lot of rumors that number 23, Vinny Adroff, is going to be the new goalie in place of Josh DeSimon. Is that true?
Yeah.
We'll see what he does. 5:23 left to go in the fourth. It's going to be number 23, Vinny Adroff. On the goal. He's a JV, but tonight he's going to get some minutes. Josh Simon does what he could. He's done all that he could here. And he's done the best for Highland. 44 now has it. He's going to long pass this one over to number 41. Back he goes to the right side. 5:10 to play. Still back to the right side. It's right back to the right. Towards that left side. Back across to the left. Across the middle. All right. All right. So, yeah. So, based on what we've seen so far, yeah. Yeah, if I'm locked in, Brendan, I got locked in, so I'm sorry. There's 4:24 left to go here in the fourth. Stowe has it. Launches it wide. And in lacrosse, the goalies are not pulled, but they can still add on. But the Hornets can still add on. There's 4:05 left to go. They bring it back to the left side. 3:55 to go. It's Caleb Lever. Lever. Over to Linger. Wyatt Linger. Over to McCursh. Over to Simons. He's going to aim it wide. Going to be Bulldog ball. 3:30 to go. And so now the Hornets are going to take care of business here with a dominant win against the Bulldogs of Stow-Munroe Falls. We've got for interviews for a win here on interviews. We got Josh Simon, we got Tommy Fern, who we're seeing right here. Josh Simon, Tommy Fern, and I think there was one more. A save by Vinny. What a save by Vinny! So there's 2:45 left to go. There's no need to sweat about it. Although you could sweat about it if you're Stowe. Steinmetz scores at 17-1. Camden Steinmetz. And it's 17-1 now. So we got four people in tonight's game. So there's under 2 minutes left. There's no need to sweat about anything. There's no need to fight about a lot of things. We know the Hornets win, but the question here that's new here. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, bell icon. Never miss out on times like this, because something like this will happen. And it's going to be Hunter Hollop with 73 seconds left. And I'll say White Linger, over to Simons, over to McKirsch, over to Simons, over to number 16 for the Hornets, over to Linger, over to McKirsch, backpedaling, low shot, they score. It's 18-1. And it's Logan Mercic with the 18th goal and potentially the final goal of this contest. And so there's no need to sweat about it. No need to take one final face-off. Good things happening here. Final 10 seconds. And so let's just not worry about this. 18-1 is your final. The Highland Hornets win. Henry Chow, your player of the game with 6 goals. What a win for the Hornets. On a night of affairs of when Highland needed it the most. A great win for the boys, for the Hornets. Good job indeed by the refs. So our final is 18-1. What a win for the boys. As we will do our handshake once again, your player of the game is Henry Trow. 6 goals unanswered. You've got a lot of players to interview. What a great win for the boys. So that's going to do it here from North Gateway Tire Field. We got a lot of people to interview. We'll tune in next time. From North Gateway Tire Field, I'm Logan here.